Hello! With the pre-winter clear-up now complete, you're probably left with lots of plant debris. The spent crops, weeds and prunings of the old growing season that form the perfect ingredients to a soil-nourishing compost. I'm a huge fan of composting. It's a great way of recycling valuable organic matter, and of course plants love it. That said, compost heaps have a habit of looking a bit messy. So in this video, we're going for a tidier alternative. A compost bin made from old pallets. Let's set to work. To make a pallet compost bin, you will need 4 pallets, ideally of matching size. Old pallets are widely available, but check they're safe to use by looking for the pallet stamp. Stamps should display the IPCC or EPAL logo plus the letters HT, which indicates the wood has been heat treated and there's no risk of toxic materials leaching into your compost. Avoid pallets with the letters MB on them, which shows they've been treated with the toxic pesticide methyl bromide. To join the pallets together, you will need 4 corner brackets, a box of screws, plus a drill and screwdriver. The front pallet will be cut in half and attached to create 2 hinged doors, a bit like a stable door. Attach them to the walls with 4 sturdy hinges and use 2 pairs of hook and eye latches to keep them shut. You'll also need a saw. If your pallets aren't of equal size, start by cutting them down to the same width, so that the walls of your compost bin will be at the same height. Now begin joining 3 of the pallets together to create the back and sides. Stand them up, lean them against each other, then screw them together to hold them in place. When finished, the 2 side walls should be flush with the width of the rear wall, like this. Now for the corner brackets. Simply screw 2 brackets to each corner, one at the top and one at the bottom. Use as many screws as necessary to firmly attach them into position. You now have your completed walls. The 4th pallet will be used to make the 2 doors. Using a saw, cut the pallet in 2 about halfway up. Saw between the slats, cutting right up against the planks to give an even, tidy finish. Any offcuts can be used to help level up the walls of the compost bin. Now attach the doors to the walls. Use 2 hinges per door, attaching the hinges on the outside so the door can swing out more easily. Set the bottom door slightly off the ground to stop it from catching. Similarly, leave a slight gap between the bottom and top doors. With the hinges in place, it's time for the hook and latches. Screw them into position towards the top of each door. The compost bin is now finished, but if you want to make yours extra sturdy, you could always screw in additional plate brackets at the rear corners. The front ends can be further anchored into place by hammering in lengths of rebar either side of the wall like this, effectively jamming the pallets into position. Although it isn't necessary, some pallet compost bins include an outside wrap of chicken wire or netting. This keeps any stray contents from escaping the bin. Attach the wire or netting with U-shaped nails or a staple gun. Your bin is now ready to use. Start filling the compost bin with a mixture of browns, such as dried leaves and torn cardboard, and fresh green materials, including grass clippings and kitchen scraps. Try to ensure a good balance of browns and greens to speed up decomposition and so that air can penetrate the compost heap. You could add additional compost bins alongside the first. 3 bays like this compost setup allow for the 3 stages of composting. The first bay is the active bay, into which new material is added. The middle bay has been filled and is left to mature, while the final bay is beautiful mature compost that's ready to use. With a beautiful compost bin like this, you won't fail to get excited about composting, and believe me, it's easily done. Do share your composting tips below, and if you're keen to get more dirt under your fingernails, then go ahead and subscribe to our video channel. I'll catch you next time.